Hello, folks. I can't believe this is happening. This is finally happening. I'm sorry, I'm a bit stressed. This is a long time coming. This has been teased for I don't know, like a couple months. Uh, wow. How are you guys going? Listen, I can't really uh express how excited I am for this. Um, Me and all the people working on this project have been for the past couple of months. Um, I'd like, before we start, quickly to extend some thanks to Anna, our character designer, and person who drawn all of the characters, all of the player characters. I'd like to extend some thanks to our players that are here tonight and some that are not because of personal things, but that can be here tonight, but that will in the future. Um, and I'd like to thank you for coming today. This is gonna be great. And yeah, I'm quickly gonna shut up and we're gonna start doing this thing. Thank you guys for showing up, and let's start this. I don't know exactly what else to say. Very excited. Hopefully you are too. All right, let me do this, and you guys can be heard now on Discord.
Hello.
Wonderful.
I am DM Mark. I am here tonight with my chums and chumettes. I hope you all have a blast here as we head over to Cyberpunk Paris circa 2076. We've had some adventures in Night City, we've had some adventures in Atlanta, and now we're gonna go mess up Europe. We're gonna go get rowdy. We're gonna have some fun, we're gonna have some tears, we're gonna have some blood, sweat, and most of all, we're gonna have some laughs.
Yeah. As you can see, way more charisma coming from the DM than me. So, but yeah.
Unexpected.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark, for DMing this. Hopefully, this everyone will like this. But yeah. Let us start this, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right.
So, the last time that we left off, our band of edge runners were in Atlanta. They had just finished up some business with the Wolves Den and the Danger Girls. A lot of tension between the two groups. The problem therein was choosing which group to stick with. Ultimately, you have all chosen to stick with the Wolves Den, betraying the Danger Girls, the ones who had brought you to Atlanta originally. The Wolf, the leader of the Wolves Den, and his band of retired edge runners, in choosing to side with him, has taken that as a sign of friendship and prosperity. It's just good business after all. As the 2 weeks have passed since your last edge running debacle, you have all been inside of the Wolves Den club in the safe house upstairs. The Wolf has been gracious enough to supply you with all the food, ammunition, bedding, and luxuries of life that would allow you to recuperate from the last tense mission that you were all on. But the time has come for our edge runners to get back out on the streets, to chip in and get back to it. These 2 weeks, you have been resting, polishing your guns, checking your chrome, checking your software, checking your hardware, and going over plans. Kronos, our Militech executive has graciously secured a contract with his corporation to assault an Arasaka database located in Paris. But the team does have another underlying mission. You'll have to find out about that in finer detail as the game goes along. As you all awaken from your beds, from your own private rooms, I'm gonna start off with Kronos. Kronos, you wake up in your room, you're looking in your mirror, straightening your tie, straightening your suit, getting ready for the day as you do every other day to tackle it with professionalism and a sense of good business. We all know you, but why don't you introduce yourself again for the viewers?
What you see before you is a nice, handsome, dressed in crisp corpo suit. Every movement's a calculated precision, sharp, sexy Latino features, framed with nice, neatly cut hair, all businesslike. Scar across his face with some tattoos creeping up his collar. A whole dangerous corpo look. This is Kronos. Gangs are shooting, corpos are scheming, business is booming for Militech and their security and weapons development. So here he is with his Fumes, his team, ready to start the day.
As you begin to get ready for your day, you can hear the distinct sound of ammo racking into magazines, the whir of mechanical buzzing. In the room next to you is our resident solo hardtop, is counting every bullet for every gonk he's going to put in. Hardtop, why don't you give a small introduction for viewers?
Hello. Hardtop is your average solid, the muscle, the firepower, and whatever necessary to do when danger arises. His movement is a little slow, his appearance is a little junky, but most likely because the skin on him doesn't look right for some reason. His clothes are rather simple, most likely for their movement. Don't need something tight to interfere with running around and making sure every gonk is dead. He seems to be a little more friendly, maybe not, smoking a cig as always, and seemingly talking to someone who probably stands against the wall next to him, but apparently there is no one, probably some issues.
Hardtop, as you are loading the rest of your magazines, checking your ammunition belts, making sure that your chrome is polished and ready to take on the day, you wonder about your friend who's going to keep you alive, the resident doctor, our resident medtech, Icarus. As you awaken in your room, meticulously going over each and every pharmaceutical and each and every tool in your surgical bag, looking at your medical scanners and making sure everything is up to snuff. Why don't you give yourself a quick introduction?
Good afternoon. My guy's name is Icarus. He is, well, he does a bit too much sometimes. He's a guy that wears his heart on his sleeve, does his best to help everybody out, can lash out from time to time. Definitely won't miss the opportunity to mention he's from New York. But at the end of the day, his main focus is to help his friends, so he tries keeping a tough demeanor when he can.
As you finish up checking the quality and the sterilization of your surgical tools and your kit, your medical scanner, quickly pings as you hear the sound and the strumming of a guitar being tuned. Nana, you wake up in your room groggy. You must have sat up last night writing those songs, maybe having a little bit of a binger. Our resident bad girl and rocker. Why don't you introduce yourselves to the viewers?
Yeah. Nana is a strange person. Outwardly, she looks like anyone you would find real quickly while going down the streets of Night City. But quickly you realize that eyes are a bit strange, fully white. Her hair seems to have like a vibrant kind of glow to it. That is this deep purplish color. She has fully chrome limbs, and she has that look that tells you when she's looking at you, she actually looks through you. When she's playing her music, she's slowly kind of stopping and going to her cup and drinking, and then going back to strumming. And massive eye bags under her eyes that indicate that she probably doesn't sleep much.
Nana, you finish tuning your guitar. Get up with a stretch. You hear next to you, in the room over, this distinct pitter-patter of fingers on a keyboard. As we move over to March Hare, last but certainly not least, our resident media, as she sits tapping away at the computer. She's been awake since before any of you, looking up information, ever vigilant, ever on the lookout with an eagle's eye, checking out the next newest scoop, checking out the scene, and always coming with the premonitions of a mission ahead. March Hare, why don't you introduce yourself for the viewers?
March Hare is a beautiful Hispanic woman. She's 5'2" with wavy black hair and dark brown eyes. You may have seen her as an e-blogger on eTrends Now with her blog Take Some More Tea, where she has mostly covered celebrity and celebrity gossip, but there's definitely been hints of, let's say, anti-corporation in terms of human trafficking. She mostly wears black with neon accents like jackets or shoes, but those things can easily be removed in order to fit into other locations. She is, she has been married to the wolf for a short time, but business is good.
As you finish up tapping away on the computer at the business you're handling, the distinct feel of a hand brushes against your shoulder, up your back and across your neck. The wolf leans over and says, "My heart, the jet's ready. The huntsman will take you to Paris. I have something here for you. It might be of a little use. I know you've been so busy looking at things. I thought I would send the hound out, do a little sniffing around. He's going to slide a chip to you to slot it to the computer. You choose to slot it."
She'll slot it. This is a private line here, so she's not as worried about security, being that she is in the wolf's den.
You slot the chip into the computer, and quickly several screens pop up about the Little Sisters project that you have been so vigilantly looking into. Your rifle, propped up in the side of the room, chimes a little bit, like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. It shows several locations that have been pinpointed in Paris, one of which is called the Psycho Lab. It is a nightclub in Paris. The owner, going by Yusuf Hugo, is a renowned retired doctor that used to work for Arasaka Corps that betrayed them and went over to Biotechnica. There is very little information other than he is directly involved with the founding of the Sisters Project. If you're going to find any leads, the Psycho Club would be the one to go to. The wolf looks at you as you scan over this information. He gives you a peck on the cheek, and he says, "Don't take too long, my dear. I'll go get the rest of you all ready and up." As he begins walking away, the door slides shut behind you. He makes his way down the hallway, tapping on each of your doors, waking you all up and letting you know that the jet is fueled and ready. The huntsman is downstairs. He is out in the private hangar that is behind the building. And Little Red is going to be waiting there for any handoffs that you may need, anything that you need to leave with her, or anything that you need to take with you. She's going to be your quartermaster of sorts to handle any business. From here, I'm going to allow you all to be awake in your rooms. I'm going to allow you to have a little bit of role play and wake up and have a little bit of morning friendliness before we board that plane and we head out towards our next edge running mission.
Since Kronos is probably the first one of the team up, other than March Wolf, he's gonna have his daily coffee and cigarettes, checking the stock market prices, see how things are looking in Paris, maybe other places.
Oh yeah. Hardtop is gonna finish up with loading up the ammo, counting and making sure he has everything set up and ready, and just task his Gatling gun together with the rest of unnecessary weapons on his shoulder and back, and simply hang out and wait until everyone is ready.
I'd say Butcher would send a group text to everybody saying, hey, before we head on the plane, I want to do a medical scan on everybody, make sure we're all good, make sure our cybernetics are looking all right. Hardtop, I am going to need to do a better system scan on you, but just making sure we're all good and ready to go. Last minute check up and all, and I'll head downstairs and get a pot of coffee and sit next to Kronos and say hello.
My only reply will be, do not dare to install any demons in my body.
Not my thing, Hardtop.
March is gonna check with her rifle and just be like, little sister, it seemed like you wanted to say something.
Little sister chimes hesitantly again, but it seems as though she's resonant to your voice. It calms down a little bit, and she says, I want to help you, but I'm really scared to go back to that place.
Back? So you've been there?
She starts to answer you, but the holographic image that is portrayed out of the gun's handle quickly refragments itself into its default image, and it's just your friendly little sister waving at you.
March is gonna swear under her breath. This sort of function of like stopping questions is getting frustrating for her, but she's going to just pick up little sister and I guess head downstairs to meet with the rest of the team. I'm gonna have to come back up for my gear and everything, but I figure checking in will be good.
I will try and be the first person to go for my routine check with Icarus, if possible.
I believe that's possible. Your room is right next to his.
Yeah, I'm good there. I'll knock on the door.
Icarus will go ahead and answer the door. Oh, hi Nana. How can I help you this morning?
You sent the text, and I show my agent to him.
Ah, right. My apologies. Just have a seat. I'll do a small system check for you right now.
Okay.
Anything specific you want checked out, or anything you want modified at all?
No, I'm good as I am. Just go ahead and do the things.
You got it. Just have a seat and back and relax.
Alright. I'm gonna lay down in the chair.
You lay back in the chair. Butcher, what exactly are you checking for?
System diagnosis, how cybernetics are looking at connected to systems, any issues with connectivity, overall body health, any abnormalities at all, or processes going on with the body.
You can go ahead and you can give me a security tech check, or security and cyber check.
Hell yeah, first roll of the campaign.
I mean, cyber tech or
Electronics and security tech.
okay,
Very nice.
very nice roll.
Oh yeah.
For the 30, you go over Nana's cyberware as well as her hardware and her neural ports. Scanning through, you see that everything seems to be in order, except that there's a nice little bug planted in there. It seems to be a simple tracker.
That's not right.
What is it?
Are you owned by your company by chance?
Owned? Huh?
Yeah, you're under contract. I'm assuming you're owned. or
I'm
something
indie.
along those lines? Oh, well, congratulations. You have a tracker on you. Do you want me to get rid of it?
I'm not sure how to process that. Sure. Yeah. Remove it.
I'm not sure who placed it on you, but it seems
What
like it's
does
been
it-
here for a little bit.
Yeah. What does it look like? Like what is it?
Doesn't look too advanced. It's a simple tracker. You could buy these pretty cheap.
Can you know who did it?
I'd have to take it out and then study it myself before I could figure out who might be connected to it. But again, I'm not a net runner, so.
Right. Sure. Go ahead.
You got it.
Icarus, go ahead and give me a. Let's see here. Give me a surgery.
Where's my surgery? There it is. Oops.
Oh man.
Icarus, you begin opening the plates on Nana's chrome. Your hands are just a little shaky. Maybe you had a little bit too much coffee. Maybe you had one too many cigarettes. But you end up nicking a wire that's connected to the nervous system. Nana's other hand flies up out of sheer reflex, and slams into your face. You're going to take an unarmed attack, unless you would like to roll evasion.
Would I?
You sure can.
For those watching, that is Icarus's luck. He has some pretty bad luck sometimes.
And Nana, I'm gonna have you roll that unarmed attack against that evasion.
Yeah, no worries. That's brawling. Oh.
Oh no!
That is a preem plus a 9.
Go ahead and roll damage for an unarmed attack.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh man. How do I do that? Sorry. Should be I don't have the thing for it. Thank you.
Oh, that's 3d6.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. It's all good. I should have it.
Oh, wow.
Not bad.
Icarus, you're gonna take 11 damage as Na's other arm, connected to the chevron of wires going into her chest, sparks. The spark catches you off guard, but not as much as the chrome fist that slams and plants itself into your cheek.
Look, I probably deserve that, but now's not the time to punch me in the
I
face.
was about to say, might have been sorry earlier, way earlier, but you deserve that.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'll take care of it.
Do you want to keep trying to remove that bug, or do you want to close up that arm and just leave it be?
No, I gotta fix her. I can't leave her like that.
Give me another surgery check. That's a lot better, as you do recorrect your mistake that you had made earlier. You do delve inside of the cyberware, and you do pull out the small little coin-sized tracker that had been implanted. It is roughly the size of a dime in diameter. It seems to be blipping and beeping, covered in a mix of synth oil and blood from the implant.
Is there any markings on it? I ask Icarus.
Did I check?
You can. Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna use image enhance.
All right, go ahead.
Nice.
With an 18, you enhance the image with your cyber eye onto the tracker, flipping it over on its back, wiping away the blood and the synth oil. You zoom in on the chrome, and you do see the distinct logo of a wolf's head.
They say the same thing.
We're,
Yeah.
we're gonna want to talk to March about this.
Yeah.
Well?
I don't know what to say. Huh.
I'm more concerned than confused.
Concerned?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
When was this installed?
Mirage?
Oh, you make a good point. Maybe. I'll have to check everybody else, and have to check myself at some point.
Right.
But that's your cybernetics out of the way. Let's check your medicals.
Let's do it.
And you can give me a medical tech check.
I believe that's in my roll abilities, right? Just making sure.
Correct.
Okay.
With a 19, everything seems kind of fine except for the elevated heartbeat from finding out that there's a tracker in her. Blood pressure is fine. Oil pressure to the cybernetics are fine. Neural signals are all a go. There's a high amount of protein flowing through her blood. And she does appear to be healthy.
Well, as a doctor, I recommend you add more variety to your diet, but you look good.
Like what? Like vegetables?
Preferably. Fats, carbs. You have a high level of protein here.
Right,
You've been ingesting a lot
I'm-
of protein.
Hey, I'm not made out of money, okay?
Good point.
Yeah. Alright, well,
Well,
I'm good.
You look good.
Let's get going then.
Well, I have everybody else to do it, but yeah, sure thing.
Yeah, no, me get going. Me, out the door.
I'll hand you the tracker.
You take the tracker.
You can keep it. No. You keep it, and you do the talking. I don't know. It's pretty awkward. Conversation.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right. I'll just leave out the door.
You make your
As
way
you walk out the door, DM, if
Alright.
it's okay to introduce my bodyguards.
Absolutely. As you do make your way out of the door there, Kronos, your bodyguards are standing at either side of it. In unison, they correct their posture. Morning, boss. Why don't you introduce Dante first?
Ante would be a stone-faced, cold, no-talk bodyguard with a bit of a stealth-like apparel, tactical face mask covering half his face, a hoodie with some extra plating for armor. Doesn't really speak much. Just shrugs over at me to say hi.
And what about Prometheus?
Prometheus would be a pink-haired net runner with glowing pink cyber eyes that just keep on flickering as she searches through the web in her.
Both of your bodyguards acknowledge you, and they are ready for the day. They follow you down to go get your coffee and your smokes and to join the rest of the crew once they are done with their things.
All right, Doc.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just walk into the clinic to get my daily checkup. All right, Doc. So, what are you gonna find on me today? Another crappy lung from all the smoking, or maybe some addiction of mine I still gotta work through.
You know, I keep offering you a way to get rid of your addictions, but you keep saying no. So I'm confused at why.
It's kind of habit, you know. Just if you could buy another liver, then you. Plus, they kind of stockpile them back at the back at HQ. You know,
Do you just
There's
want me
a lot
to
of-
give you a spare amount of a dick doll or something, just to have on you?
yeah, why not? It's gonna be a long trip.
Yeah, I'll give you a few. So just, I need you at somewhat focused.
Oh, I'm always focused, Doc.
You got it. All right. Have a seat and relax.
We'll find out how focused he really is after this medical check. Go ahead and give me another med tech check. Or if you're doing the cyberware first, you can give me the security and tactic.
Cyberware first.
With a 30, much like Nana, everything is pretty up to snuff. Everything is pretty on par. There's no issues and everything is running nominally. However, there is a bug on him.
Well, this isn't surprising as much. Kronos, from the looks of it, it looks like Wolf bugged us.
Yeah, I already knew that. My netrunner had it looking into it. Don't worry about it.
Do you want me to take it out?
Actually, yeah, it's gonna be a long trip, and you know, having something like itching at in my insides is gonna be really annoying.
All right, no problem. Have a seat back and relax. I'll take care of this right away.
With that, you can give me a surgical check. I thought that was another woman for a moment.
Me too.
I was praying.
With a 22, you skillfully and surgically open up the port on the arm, digging through the blood and the gannets and the wires. You are able to pry the little bugger out. sewing him back up masterfully. No scarring whatsoever as you apply the laser suture that was afforded to you by Apothecary sessions ago.
All right, it's all good. Now I have 2 of these.
Yeah, why don't you keep that there for another souvenir?
I'm planning on talking to Wolf about it at some point. I don't want to confront him or cause conflict, but like, if he wants to know where we are, I'd rather him do it, I don't know, consensually.
You know how guys get jealous about their girl. You know, if she goes off to vacation in a really nice place like Paris, gonna want to keep track of her.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. But are you Wolf's girl? Is Nana Wolf's girl? Like, so why do we have it?
Actually, he sees us more at her property, which is kind of weird. Since
Yeah, we don't talk.
I kind of see you guys as sort of my property.
Excuse me?
What? Nothing? Nothing. So, are we done here?
I'd watch your tongue. I have you on my table right now. Keep that in mind.
Uh-huh, yeah. And I have my bodyguards outside, which could come in and shoot you in the face. So, are we done here?
I see we have a stalemate. You have a great day. I'll see you downstairs.
All right, Doc. See you.
You make your way out, Kronos. Your bodyguards look at you. As the door is still open, they kind of look back into the room and just kind of like fingers up to their eyes, and then they point at you, Icarus, and then they walk off with their boss.
Guess that leaves me and Marge. Who wants to go first, you or me? Yeah, sure, I will go myself then. Guess the 8 feet of a clone will enter the medical office.
This lumbering monstrosity of automaton comes into your room, Icarus.
Artop, my freight train, how you doing?
It's always good.
Hold on, let me adjust the seat so you don't crush it. 1 second.
Gee, I could just sit on the floor.
I mean,
Not like you. Not like
I
you
guess.
cooperate with me.
you're right, it's a bit different, but I'm doing this because I consider you a friend, so have a seat on the table.
Fine.
The table creaks and groans under your weight, but does support it.
Yeah, Big Wig, I don't think this table will support me for another minute. Or at least 2. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you basically cut my work in half, so let's just hope Militech doesn't fucking spike me through the web, so let's see what we got.
Not sure why you want to run this. The diagnostic, the system could do it the same thing.
Well, it's for safety reasons.
What are we doing first, Icarus?
He doesn't have any medical stuff, does he?
I mean, there is nothing to operate on, so.
There's a brain, there's a nervous system, and there is a heart.
Alright,
Damn, I got a heart.
cybernetic first.
Alrighty. As you go to jack into Hardtop, whenever you jack in, something pops up into your heads-up display. You see a screen with a Militech logo, and it says, "Welcome, user. Please refer to your Militech Dragoon Cyborg Owner's Manual. If you have any questions, please call us at 1-800-Militech. We will be happy to send out a technician. Do not tamper or void the warranty on your unit. Tampering may result," and then it goes on and on and on and on with an entire EULA.
Alright, you know what? I think Kronos needs to be in here for this, because if I were to touch you or even look at you the wrong way with my tools, I feel like Militech's gonna void your entire body and take it. So I can't do anything without access or permission.
Well, I guess we're gonna do that once we arrive at France. We still gotta check up with the Militech HQ anyway, so might as well do a checkup there.
Yeah, go talk with Kronos, figure that out. I can't really do anything without messing up your systems.
Oh yeah, that's good.
See you later, bud.
I'll walk out the door and go on about my day, I believe.
You do join the others.
March is gonna head over to Apothecary.
March, you leave your room and you walk right past Icarus's room. As you make your way to the back of the hallway, and you see the labeled door, Apothecary MD. As you open up the sliding glass, Abbas, the medical drone, is buzzing and whirring about. It comes over to you and gives you a quick scan, and then it blips away with a little cheerful chime. It comes back over to Apothecary. His glasses are on. He seems to be going over a bunch of things. He has Wolf on the table next to him, unhooking some scanners. He looks at him and he says, "My friend, you are good health. You are perfect. There's nothing more that I can do for you." "Ah, the little bunny, she comes. You know, you go. Get off of my table. Get off of my table, old man. You go back to your whiskey." Wolf grunts and groans and he gets off the table. He goes, "Fine, Apothecary. We'll leave you alone now. I just want to make sure that I'm in tip-top condition for what's to come next. Be delicate with this one." As he looks at you, March, brushes up and gives you a quick little hug and makes his way back to his office. The door slides behind you. Apothecary pats on the medical bench and says, Come. It seems to be bothering you."
March sits at the table. You're sure he's gonna be up for what's to come?
He is the boss man. He is as up as he wants to be.
More up than he should.
You could say that.
I just wanted to come for a final scan before we do what we must do as well.
Of course. You get on the table now. No need to undress. I am not like those pig doctors outside in Atlanta.
Well, I'm sure Wolf has told you what happens to pigs.
He laughs. I have seen what has happened to pigs firsthand. The wolf likes to go right for the throat, so to say.
March lays on the table.
You lie on the table. Several diodes are hooked into your skin. A boss hovers directly over you as a neon green light shimmers and skitters back and forth over your body from the very tip of your head to the very bottom of your toes. It gives a chime as you see a bunch of things blipping up across the screen as Apothecary is looking at it. He grabs hold of your wrist, checks your pulse. He listens with a small little device. You're not too sure what it is, but he seems to be hovering it all over your body. Just listening intently, possibly just from your assumption as he kind of hovers over your vitals, possibly like a remote stethoscope. But again, you're not too sure as he does kind of wander and veer off to other body parts. He finishes up with everything and he tells you that you are completely healthy. You are very well fed. It must be the good diet that the wolf is feeding you and your friends. And then he goes on to rant about how kibble is horrible for you and it's nothing but protein and it doesn't have any of the vitals that you need for a good balanced diet. He begins to ramble.
Well, that's it. You're sure there's nothing else?
He takes a look at the screen. He goes, almost forgot to tell you. Congratulations. You are with child.
His face goes white. Okay.
I can take care of that for you if you want.
No.
A set of tools comes out of a boss almost instantly.
March holds her hands up. No, that's not. It's just timing.
I understand. Well, you come back to me in a couple of months. I'll tell you if everything is healthy, and we go from there. Yes? And of course, patient confidentiality. I tell no one. Well, you know.
No, Wolf needs to know.
I let you tell him. He yells at me when I give him good or bad news.
Okay. March nods. All right. Well, then I guess gonna have an extra passenger for Paris.
Of course. But first, you take this with you, okay? He rolls his chair over to a large drawer. Opening it up, you see the frosty steam coming out of it. He grabs 2 large vials as well as an air hypo, and he hands them to you. He says, "This is pure selenium. No use to you right now. But once things start coming along, if you start to have pains or cramps, or baby is stressed, you give this injection and your body will calm down. Trust me."
March takes it with somewhat shaky hands and then takes a deep breath to calm herself and says, okay.
Other than that, good bill of health, yes?
Thank you, apothecary.
Now go. You be good out there. Okay, Habibi?
We all aim to do good.
And tell my nurse to come here.
You got it. March leaves the room and heads over to Icarus's door and knocks on it.
Oh,
Get the
March,
scrub.
good morning. Are you here for your checkup?
Oh, no, I already saw Apothecary. In fact, I believe he wants to check in with you before we go.
Oh, could I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Could you close the door behind you, please?
Yeah. March walks in and closes the door.
I don't know how to put this. I respect you. I respect Wolf. I'm grateful for everything he's done. Obviously, you know that. I'm gonna show March the trackers that I found. I currently have 2 trackers. One was in Nana, one was in Kronos. There's most likely one in Hardtop, but Militech is stopping me, and I'm willing to bet every Eddie I have that there's one in me and one in you as well.
Oh, well, there better be one in me.
Well, yeah, I agree on that much, but it just confused me with the rest of us.
Well, it's a way for us to be able to track each other.
This wasn't known on our systems. It's not for us, it's for Wolf, though. This was put on us without our knowledge.
I mean, he just doesn't trust easily. It's complicated.
I mean, I saved the guy's life a few times. You think he'd trust me a bit, no?
Yeah, and then some of the other party members may have choked me out, so...
Okay, you make some fair points. I don't want to confront him and cause conflict, so what should I do with these?
I'll take them and I'll talk to him.
Okay, sounds good. You said Apothecary needed me?
He was asking for his nurse.
I hope you're joking.
March just walks out the room.
God fucking damn it. Okay. Icarus heads over to Apothecary's corner, begrudgingly, dragging his feet behind him.
You make your way over. The sliding glass door opens up. You make your way in. A boss hovers over and gives you a brightful little blip and a ching, and circles around the room and goes back over to his loading dock.
Hi, boss. How you doing, buddy?
It gives you a droning whir as a little scalpel pops out and waves at you.
Did you have to call me a nurse?
Oh, that's funny. If you cannot laugh at yourself, who do you laugh at, Habibi?
I laugh, but now the whole crew is calling me a nurse.
It's funny. Come, sit, we talk, we drink.
You don't drink.
But you do.
How about we share some tea instead?
Now that I can get behind. As he snaps his fingers and a boss goes and grabs a kettle and begins putting stuff together. Like he's doing things you've never seen a medical drone do, like housework. As the kettle is brought over to the small little tabletop burner that is next to a sink. Tea leaves are loaded inside of the kettle into the strainer, and it is clicked on as the propane burner begins to light and heat the kettle. Apothecary grabs one of the sliding chairs and rolls it over to you. Come, sit. We talk for a moment, yeah?
Is that standard for a medical drone to do all that? I've never seen one do that.
No, it's custom. It's custom.
Makes sense. I'll pull up a seat.
Now you sit down. Apothecary turns and looks at you. Says, are you okay? Is everything alright? You've been through a lot lately.
Yeah, I have.
You have a big mission ahead of you. You sure you're ready?
Whether I'm ready or not doesn't matter. I just want to make sure all my friends are safe.
Yes. Our friends mean the most to us. Friends and family, they are most important in this hellscape of chrome and neon lights. You know, I can't remember the last time that I have seen the actual moon. And even if I do see it, you'd probably see some fancy luxury resort on the surface. Probably an advertisement of some sort in a crater.
Probably.
Anyways, I do not call you here to small talk your ear off. I wish to give you a gift, my friend, for saving my life.
Another one. Haven't you done enough? You gave me a boss. You gave me your laser suture. What else could you give me? I feel like I'm in debt to you at this point, man.
It is rude in my culture to refuse gift.
Okay. I won't refuse. I'm just asking why so many.
It is good in my custom to give the gifts. Good karma.
I have nothing to give you.
He reaches around in his drawer, and he pulls out a small suitcase, a very small, slender suitcase, unlocking the iron clasps on it and opening the sheen middle door of it. You see a singular vial of a green viscous liquid sitting in a small indenture inside.
What's this?
He grabs the vial and he looks at it and he hands it to you and he says, I'll give you this, huh?
What is it?
Very, very experimental. I have been working on it about 5 years now. It will offset the effects of cyberpsychosis almost immediately when injected into the bloodstream. Very experimental. I dare not go public with it, no telling what Terasaka or Biotechnica will do to me. But I think of this like field test. Give to you. You try it out on you know who.
Right. So what's this? A more potent version of immunoblockers?
No. Something different. Something different. These, you see, these are nanites. Nanites reprogram. They rewire. Think of it like immunoblockers, but for your cyberware. Yeah? It will trick the body into thinking the cyberware is natural, and it will offset the effects of cyberpsychosis entirely.
So you think I should use this on Nana?
You use it on whoever goes crazy first, my friend.
I mean, I have a 2-ton behemoth that I don't think it would work.
On the car outside? No, not going to work on that car.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what to give you in return.
Give me peace of mind that the little bunny comes back alive, okay? It would make Wolf very, very sad if he would have to open the missile range in Paris.
Well, you have my promise as a fellow doctor to make sure she comes back safe. That is my job first and foremost, no?
Indeed it is, my friend. Indeed it is. You go now. You go now. Tell them I promoted you to nurse practitioner or something. Keep this.
Surgical assistant.
Of course, of course.
Do you want me to take a boss, or is my turn done?
He will follow you. Do not worry.
Okay.
He whistles as boss brings over the tea kettle, pulling out of his drawer 2 small red teacups. The boss pours the tea while hovering above it. He holds it up and he says, "To good health."
To good health.
A clang. You two take a sip.
Some damn good tea you have here.
It's important. Wolf only likes the natural things.
How does he afford so many natural things? Like, I can understand, like, a fruit to show off here and there, maybe a rare steak every once in a while, but from what I've noticed, he's, like, stocked.
I do not know the inner details of it, but like he likes to say, it's just good business.
I mean, I knew this old lady, right, in Night City when I first had my first clinic. Well, you can't even call it a clinic. It was a freaking basement with a medical room, and that's it, right? This old lady, I did her Cyberize for her, did repairs for her, and guess what she gave me? No, not a single Eddie, but guess what?
Yeah, go on.
She had an illegal chicken farm in her apartment.
Oh,
Every once in a while, I could get eggs and chicken every once in a while as payment, and she'd fill me up for ages. And that's what I was eating to gain as much muscle as I could. And people were wondering, how the fuck does my apartment smell so good? It doesn't smell like synth food at all. And I did my best to hide it. I just spent extra money on better synth food.
be careful talking with that, my friend. Scabs will kill for a chicken egg.
Oh, Christ, I know. I had to cover it up saying there's burnt oil in my office once.
But that is a tale for another time. Do not keep your friends waiting. Huntsman is rather eager to leave. He doesn't like to be left waiting.
Of course. You take care, Apothecary. And take care of your wounds, please. Get out the fucking suit.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's hard to find cyber leg like the one I had. So very picky.
The doctor's picky on his own cyberware. That's pretty funny. Just take a good look at yourself at some point, no?
It's not the color red. I like the color red. All the ones up on there are white. They are blue. They are silver. They are chrome. I want the red one.
All right. I'm more prominent to purple, but to each their own. Take care, Apothecary.
Take care. You leave the room and re-enter into the silent hallway as everyone else has gone down to go have their coffee and cigarettes and whatever else vice or enjoyment they may need. Make your way down the stairs and into the familiar club room that it's been since temporarily closed for you guys to kind of use freely as you like. Currently, all of you are sitting at the bar. A little red is behind the bar. She is pouring each of you drinks or coffee or whatever it is that you may want. She lets you know that there's not a whole lot for breakfast. Wolf needs to send for some actual real food, but she can get you some synth cakes.
Morning, you guys.
Morning. I would actually like that, red. I smell it.
You got it. As she ecstatically pulls out a little frying pan and grabs this pretty common-looking blue neon bottle with a strange white paste in it. She squeezes it out and makes these unappetizing-looking pancakes in a few mere minutes, flapping them onto a couple of paper plates, sliding them over to you.
How are you feeling today? You seem a little bit more joyous.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling great. Really good. I had my meds today.
Oh, you didn't have your meds before?
No, I don't like taking them, but then when I take them, I like it when I take them.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
That's usually
That
how
sounds
it
familiar.
goes. Yeah. That sounds
Hey, Red, you
familiar.
got some syrup to go with these pancakes?
Syrup? Nah, can't afford none of that stuff.
Right.
Just
That's a
kidding.
fucking
We got
lie.
some. She goes, just kidding, we got some.
That's a
Hello,
fucking
shall we
lie,
try in the
Red.
bar? And toss some of that premium Canadian maple across the table to you.
This isn't that artificial crap, is it?
Nah, that's the real stuff. Wolf doesn't get any of that fake stuff.
Awesome.
If you told me Wolf had a farm, I'd believe you.
Actually, now that you mention it,
Oh boy.
No fucking
Red.
way.
No way. Do you know if most, like, 90% of farms are owned by corporations, and the rest are just across the world?
He's literally a mini corporation himself.
I mean,
She-
I've never been to a farm myself, but I hear they're pretty nasty.
Yeah, she's saying that she had the audacity like 2 minutes ago to say we don't have syrup, we don't have that kind of money.
I think she was just teasing us.
I know that.
Could I just get coffee and crackers if possible?
yeah, we set you up with your brew and slides a little saucer with a small cradle of tea or some cream in it, and a few tea-like sugar cubes. I'm a regular barista.
Thank you.
What were you saying over there, March? Don't be shy.
March was just trying to stop Red from saying that.
Ah, you're no fun. The old man keeps too many secrets.
I have a question, Red.
What you need?
The counter's pretty tall. How are you shaking your head? Huh.
As you peek over the counter, you see the young girl wearing her imitation cosplay, almost Little Red Riding Hood uniform. Except it is torn and full of bullet holes, stained with what you wish was ketchup, but you know is blood. It seems like it's been through the wash several times and it just doesn't come out. Her short, tomboyish blonde hair and her lovely blue eyes look at you. She smiles and says, "What do you mean?" As she looks down and you see she's standing on a milk crate.
I just.
Well, you've got your hand.
Yeah. I thought you might have had a growth spurt.
Oh, you know, I asked for a stool, but Wolf gave me this crate. He says I'm not supposed to be behind the bar anyways.
Why? You're old enough.
I get violent when I drink.
Oh,
Okay, hey, get her off the bar.
No. You don't let them take you out there. You gotta start
No.
working at early age. You know, I was 13, pretty young when they had me started working at the company.
Now,
Let her drink.
who wants Irish coffee? As she pulls out the bottle of gin and begins pouring coffees and
no,
What's
no,
so
please.
Irish
Yeah, give me
about
2
the
shots.
coffee?
She's ignoring all of you as she's pouring the shots in the coffee.
Alright, well, I'm not drinking this.
She
More for
looks
me.
at you all and she says, "Well, these are mine."
Oh, what? Huh?
She begins downing them.
Oh.
Red.
Going to leave the room and head up to Wolf.
Is she coming with us? Do we know that? Guys, is she?
Well, let's go drink already.
I
No.
wish I could come with you, but Wolf said no.
Why?
Something about I'm not mature enough, and I'm not responsible enough, and you have too many bullets, Little Red, and your guns are too big and won't get past security, and you can't even speak French anyways.
I don't speak French.
I mean,
there is
I know
all-
a few things.
There is literally a multilingual translator installed in almost everyone, so why do you even need to know the language in the first place?
It's more classy to actually speak the language.
Agreed.
She says, well, without further ado, as she fixes her dress and fixes her head and fixes her little bonnet on her head, she reaches down and grabs a huge, massive crate that is nearly twice her size, with ease, mind you, and slams it onto the table and pops it open. It is an ammunition stock. You're able to resupply any bullets for any guns that you have, up to the max carrying capacity.
I wonder how much can I carry myself?
Just carry the thing on your back.
I probably can carry entire box.
So the maximum ammo, technically per the book, the maximum ammo you can carry for any one particular caliber is 200 rounds.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
fair.
sounds about right.
Heavy.
I'm gonna
but
have lots of
makes
belts.
sense. Great. Let me. I'm gonna say sarcastically. Let me reload my sword and my guitar. As I look into the crate.
He looks at you and says, "They make those with guns?"
Sarcasm.
Oh yeah, everything's with guns now.
Sarcasm, Red.
Sword guns are an old mechanic, though.
Oh my god.
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was left out. She points at her head and then she does her hands like scissors and goes,
Huh.
Happens to
well,
the
I-
best of us.
I was actually being serious about the sword guns. They actually have a R&D place where they're working on that right now.
Why call it?
It doesn't really work well.
Why call it sword gun when you can call it a gun blade and be cool?
Something about copyright infringement. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it.
This game from
Yeah.
before Elflines. Gotcha.
she looks at you, Cronus, and she goes, "No effing shit." As Wolf comes down the stairs and says, "Language, little lady. Go polish your toys and clean your room. I don't want to trip over another submachine gun." She hops down like a scorned daughter and just kind of harumphs her way past. She turns around like she's gonna say something, and Wolf gives her a very stern look as his eyebrow raises beyond his glasses. She just stops and walks upstairs. He takes his position behind the bar and grabs a couple of cups and begins punching in some buttons on a small safe underneath the refrigerator. It opens up with a hiss as the dried ice keeping everything refrigerated in that safe disperses the smoke. He reaches inside and he pulls out this very, very, very old, ancient-looking bottle of wine, and he puts it on the table. Drink
Is there
anyway.
a special occasion?
Morning.
Good morning. No doubt you have many questions.
Me Lobo, we need to talk later.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. We can talk anytime you'd like, my dear.
Are we already
Yeah.
speaking French or like what's me lobo?
Spanish.
Me
You
Lobo
love
is Spanish.
Spanish. If I was referring to her in French, I would call her mon coeur.
Huh.
He,
I'll grab a
he,
drink.
he pops the bottle on the wine glass and he pours the glasses for you whether you want them or not. Pouring himself one and then putting the bottle back in the fridge. It is a very viscous red liquid. Similar in color to blood, but you know it isn't. He holds up the glass and he says, "To Paris, city of love, city of lights, city of mystery." He knocks back at the wine.
Actually, on second thought, I'm not gonna drink.
Arch cheers it and then just holds the glass kind of in her hands.
I just
Kronos, like he was taught, is just gonna swirl it around, sniff it, and just take a sip.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from alcohol for a little bit right now.
Same.
Well, aren't you all party poopers?
And dry January, you know. Some people do that.
Anyways, the huntsman is ready for you. He's so impatient sometimes. I'll take my little bunny for a conversation, and then you're all free to go.
Sure.
If you have any questions, now's the time to think about them.
I'm thinking. I'll go to the wherever the plane is.
I have a question.
Of course.
Please tell me you stockpiled the jet with alcohol.
More than you could use to fuel it to fly to Paris, my friend.
My man. All right, let's go.
Right.
Oh, and he points to hard top. That thing goes in the cargo hold.
Ah, come on. He's a human being.
Yeah, but
Hardtop, you heard him. Carrying it over.
I don't think the plane
Carry the luggage.
8 feet of space in the passenger seats.
I don't want him ruining my leather veneer.
Oh, then, well, I guess now I will be ruining it specifically for you.
I'm sorry, buddy. I just try and pat him on its side because there's no way I'm reaching his shoulder.
Now, my
Only I
little
could
bunny,
kill right now.
let us talk before you leave. As he will set the glass down and take your hand gingerly and walk you upstairs. I'll give you all a moment to have a little bit of conversation, and then I'll cut to March.
I think personally I'm good. I don't know about you guys.
Just one question for my house.
Go ahead.
Hey, Nana, shouldn't you know a little bit of Spanish?
Why? Because of my ex?
Not the same thought process, but yes.
I don't know any Spanish.
I remember speaking some too. Anyway, alright.
Well, but I guess we're all going to the plane.
What is
All
that?
right. With that, I will cut over to March and Wolf as they make their way upstairs into his private office.
Oh yeah.
He sits down on the couch. He looks at you, March. Says, "What bothers you?"
Well, there's two things. She holds out the trackers that were handed to her by Icarus. And it's like, it seems the team found these.
Well, yes. Turning you loose with a 3 million Eddie Thunderbird jet. I'd like to have a little insurance.
I figured, but I think that they had other thoughts and seem to have removed them.
I figured you would.
There's another thing.
There's always another thing, Milkor.
I went for my checkup with Icarus, or not Icarus, sorry, with Apothecary.
Ah, the superior doctor. Tell me, what did he say?
Well, it seems that there is going to be an addition to our burrow.
In addition, did you hire another edge runner?
Marge puts her hand over the tummy, over her stomach, and looks at him.
he looks at you, and he looks down at himself, and he looks at you. Then he looks down at himself, and he looks at you, and he jumps up, and he goes, "Oh my goodness!" And he puts his hands on his head. "You're serious?"
Yes. Very, very serious.
This is wonderful news. Oh my gosh, we have to think of names immediately. Oh, I'll make so many preparations for it. I wonder if it's gonna be a girl or maybe a boy. I don't care what it is or what they want to be. I just know that I want it to be happy and healthy. But I want you to be happy and healthy. Is this what you want?
I do, but I'm also scared of the timing. I mean, I'm going to be going off to Paris to that godforsaken lab.
You know, I have something just for this. He goes over to one of his wardrobes. He says, "I planned ahead in case this might happen. We did spend many of cold nights together warming up." He smirks slightly as he ruffles through his wardrobe, and he pulls out a very nice chic jacket. It is in the same colors as yours, tailored perfectly to fit, except you notice once you grab hold of the jacket, once you give it a feel, there's very thick, fibrous layer of carbon fiber Kevlar around the stomach and the waist and the chest.
You prepared this?
I prepare for many things. It's just good business.
March holds it in her hand and is like, are we gonna be okay doing this?
You'll be fine. I'll have a watchful eye. I'll have the huntsman in the area somewhere. I'm not turning that little monster loose on my plane, so no worries. I believe the hound is over there too. You'll be meeting up with another one of my associates as well once you get there. They'll be keeping an eye on you. Well, I
Right.
hope they will anyways. I asked them to, but they're quite busy. Quite busy indeed. She's quite a prominent businesswoman. She doesn't see quite eye to eye with me and my visions of business. She's more straight edge, as it were. But I did let her know that you were coming.
Thank you, Mikoto-san. The other thing I worry about is, are you sure you're ready for this next step?
He sits down at his chair, swivels it around, looking at his cybernetic hand, and takes his glasses off, and he says, "I've been wanting to retire for a long time, Moncor. I've been wanting to get away from it all. I was thinking Alaska. It's nice and quiet. Not a lot of lights, not a lot of chrome out there. Can just live naturally. Raise a family, you know? How's Alaska sound? Not too cold for you, is it? Spicy little bunny?" And with that, he slides his chair back, and he comes over, gives you a kiss on the forehead, and he says, "We'll discuss the details later. And don't leave your friends waiting." He gives you a very long embrace. He leans down and he whispers in your ear, and he says, "I'm only a phone call away. Don't hesitate." As he holds your hand and he walks you out of the room, down the stairs, and into the stairwell leading down into a hallway into a hangar. He bids you farewell, and he makes his way up the stairs into his room. March Hare has joined with the rest of you. You all make your way down this very long basement hallway that leads into a tunnel. The tunnel goes on for what seems like forever. It's fairly clean and quite nice kept. It does have brick-laid walls, and it is well lit. It's a little cold, if anything. You do make your way down it about 2 or 3 city blocks before you reach a very large hangar with a F-36 Thunderbird, fully loaded, with the private stock model installed. You see the huntsman, a very large man, standing in at nearly 6'8". He has the build of a pro wrestler, his arms rippling through his skin-tight shirt. The hair on his head is not there as the light shines on his bald head. Part of the chrome on the back side of it is visible. Many different utility belts and ammo racks all across his chest. His military pants with his combat boots laced up and ready to go. He looks at you all with a clipboard in hand, checking things off as he is making the final look around at the jet, making sure everything is ready to go. He opens his mouth with a loud, booming, resonant sound in the echoing, cavernous hangar. He says, "It took you guys long enough. Are you done gallivanting around? We have shit to do."
Elephant. How old are you?
Does it matter?
I think it could be your granddad, Icarus.
If you was, I'd be confused and concerned.
I think he is your granddad, Icarus.
He's not my granddad. My
Oh,
family
he
is
is.
Spanish.
Are you Spanish?
I'm not Spanish, he says, like half gritting his teeth.
What are you?
He looks white.
He looks white. Okay, well making... Okay. Alright. I look
I am
white.
Germanic.
Am I white? You're what?
You're correct.
Sorry?
I am Germanic.
German. Oh, we're going to Paris. Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, Lord. Come on.
Okay, kids, enough playing around. Let's take off already.
Okay, okay.
Nice seeing you again, Jim, bro. As Icarus tries to pat Huntsman's shoulder and heads on the plane.
He acknowledged it and he says, keep it that routine. You might get arms as big as mine someday.
Dude, I don't think there's enough protein in the fucking world for me to get arms as big as yours.
If you'd like, we also do special concoction proteins for our security soldiers. You know, experimental stuff.
I am mutagens. Nice.
They call them steroids, but they're more like really good smoothies.
Smoothies? I'll go for
Yeah,
a smoothie right
cocktail.
now, actually. I'm starving. Buddy, your railgun. I forgot to give it back to you. I can't wield this shit. It's way too heavy.
He reaches over and he grabs it with ease with one hand and just kind of hefts it over his shoulder. Ah, Priscilla, you kept her nice and warm for me.
Priscilla. I say to him.
I'll name your gun.
No, I don't name inanimate objects, sadly. How's your wound? Are you going well? Better, at least?
I've had worse in the Corporal War. Back in my military days.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard any thank yous.
Thank you.
Ah.
Get on the plane.
Alright.
As he tosses his gun back to the back on a rack, and he grabs his large duffel bag and he begins walking up these stairs. This is your last minute check for anything you want to do while you're in the States. Communications to Night City, communications to Atlanta, anything you would like to do. Once you cross over to Europe, it's kind of hard, surprisingly, to get messages in and out. across the pond to Night City.
Can I use my agent to send like a message to my fans? Nana on tour, European tour, something like that.
You most certainly can.
Nana being so American that European tour means French tour.
You most certainly can, as you do. How do you do that? Is that like a tweet, or is that like
Yeah, it's like a tweet, right? It's like a blue sky message or something like that. I don't know what's the equivalent.
All right, you shoot that tweet out almost instantly. Thousands are giving retweets and thumbs ups and likes and loves, leaving comments. You can get a few trolls on there, but you know, it's the internet.
Can I like use some of my money to hire a dev to make a website to sell tickets?
You absolutely can. I believe it's 1,000 eddies to hire a professional online that would be able to start hawking tickets for you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's another 3,000 eddies to get you an agent, like an actual person, an agent.
A person?
Nailed it.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'll leave it up to you who this person is. It's fun.
Absolutely. Got someone in mind.
Gotcha.
As you get online and you begin surfing through, it's as easy as like a Tinder swipe right, and you're just like, you're going through and you're like, yep, that guy will do.
Yeah, person that
You
fits
do get it all,
my
you do
my
get it all
vibe.
set up.
All right.
You do get it all set up, and they say that they will meet you in Paris in 1 week to get your concert planned.
Nice.
Everyone loads into the jet. I take it no one has anything else that they want to do.
I'd say.
Go ahead.
Oh, just for me, it would be just a quick communication to my boss to make sure I have all the information once we arrive at Paris.
Your boss lets you know that it's all loaded into the hard drive, and it will be undisclosed to you once you arrive at your hotel room or a secure location.
Awesome.
March is also going to, not necessarily in the way of like a European tour, but just putting out a thing on her blog that their like communications may be inconsistent with posts, but look forward to exciting updates to come, and then sets like an automatic thing to upload old posts that she's prepared for such an event, because since what they've been doing so far has had so much highlight from Arasaka, she doesn't want to necessarily go announcing to everybody that she's going to be in a certain place.
Oops.
I love it. I love the subterfuge.
She's just got her auto upload posts like prepared for while they're gone in Europe, kind of.
All right, you do that, and I'm going to take note of it with my DM Corvo espionage so that I can see everything. And I'm going to make some rolls behind the scenes. And you do that. You do send out your media to your fans. It is quickly growing a lot of likes and a lot of views. A lot of people wishing you luck, and a lot of people just really, really happy to hear from you again. You've been kind of off the air for a while. One person in particular, though. One person in particular sends you a DM, March. You open up the DM and you look at it, and it is a fan of a rocker group. He says there's this really, really great rocker group that you really need to go see. They're touring in Paris right now, and it's these crazy old devil ladies. They gotta be like 90 years old, but they shred so hard.
I love Electric Slaughterhouse.
Shit.
Uh, Alrighty. Everyone loads up in the jet. The huntsman looks at you all and tells you all to buckle in and don't touch anything. Huntsman didn't get the memo, so Hardtop is actually in the crew pit with you. Wolf's no doubt going to be not happy about that when he finds out his leather has been ripped and torn by a 2-ton cyborg. But Huntsman doesn't care. He
I
turns
will
and
be
he hops
more
in.
than that.
Yeah, I think you're like borderline 10 tons right now. Huntsman turns and enters the cockpit. A small railway clicks out of the floor beneath as you look out of the window, attaching to the wheels of the jet, and it begins barreling it through a tunnel as doors open up, lights come on in this very large airway tunnel. It is bringing the jet to speed as it is getting faster and faster and faster and faster as you are all kind of like pressed back from the force of the speed into your chairs. It gets unbelievably fast, so fast that you can't even keep up with what's going on. It is almost pitch blackness in this tunnel, and then suddenly a burst of light, a burst of neon lights, and a splash of water as you were ejected out of a cliffside near the flooded shore of Atlanta. The jet takes off with a sonic boom and a crack in the sky. You are all cruising many, many miles above the surface of the world, looking down out of the windows. It is currently nighttime. The skies are clear, and for a moment you all feel easy, relaxed. You can see everything from up here. You can see the lights of Night City shining. You can see the few dull fires from the nomad camps around in the outlands. You can see the scarce lit fires and lights of Atlanta, of the shattered city. You can see the smoldering remains of the nuclear wasteland that once was New York. You look around you, look at your teammates, look at each other, kind of look inward into yourselves. As it feels kind of human to break away from the city for once and just take it in from another site, out of a different perspective. You're all going to regain 1d4 maximum humanity for sharing this site.
I'll give them to all.
Immediately pukes. She's seasick. She's airsick, sorry. Immediately pukes. Yeah, she is.
Let's go to humanity.
Oh yeah, 1 humanity.
You already have a
It's
lot.
better
of
than
it.
nothing.
Very true.
Yeah, immediately just pukes on the floor. Like, the moment is like so like ethereal almost, and then it just completely
okay.
breaks it.
Nana, you okay? You need anything?
Okay.
I'll get you a barf bag and I'll see if I can give you something for your motion sickness. Butcher walks away looking for things for Nana.
I'm sick.
While he's doing that, he's gonna scooch over to Nana. Here, try these, and he gives him a little pill and with a drink. It'll help with the wooziness.
I'm not sure if I should trust you.
Don't worry, it's
There's,
something Icarus subscribed.
That true?
No. Check your agent.
Yeah. Done.
Looking at it.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So with that, as we're all traveling to Paris, and the plane is taking off, you're all just having a nice quiet moment for once. You know you're pretty safe up here. With that, we are going to be taking a 5-minute break so that everyone can clear their throats, get a little stretch, an hydration check. It is currently 10:36 p.m. my time, Eastern, U.S. We will reconvene in 5 minutes, approximately.
Yep.
Nana, if you'd like to start me a timer,
Yeah.
I'll see you all back here in 5 minutes.
See
It's
ya.
gonna be on stream. See you guys in a bit. And welcome back, folks. Hopefully
Alrighty.
everyone is back. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Let's go back to it, shall we?
Let's get it.
Alrighty.
And we go.
So, the flight is going to take a pretty good bit. As you know, intercontinental flight's not a quick one-way thing. Even though you are traveling in a private jet on a private line, going fairly faster than a regular commercial jet. It's still going to take roughly about 10 hours to get there. You are all able to converse with each other at this point. In fact, I encourage it. As you're all sitting in these very lavish leather seats, drinks adorn the wall on a minibar. To your south, a very fancy, great, amazing-looking bed, plush and with feather-down pillows, made up. It is circular in shape, with a very large mirror at the head. There are dressers on either side. A small gun cabinet sits to the north behind the cockpit. On it are a couple of rifles and a couple of handguns. You do notice a small nightstand next to the door, and on it sits a portrait, one that you've all seen before. The one that had Wolf and his crew all hanging out and getting their picture taken from a long time ago.
Right.
I'll leave you all to it.
I'd like to go on my agent and look up the person I hired to be my actual agent.
You get the credentials, and the man goes by the name of Artemis. He doesn't have any other information, not his real name or anything. As you know, in Cyberpunk, that's very dangerous.
Wait, the name was what?
Artemis.
Oh, okay. That's
Yes.
interesting.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
As you go through, you get a message sent to you that he will arrive over in Paris. He is currently handling some things in London right now. He'll arrive in Paris in roughly 4 days, if you give him enough time. He just asked that you let him know where you're staying at when you do get there.
Okay. And what about the ticket sales?
And he'll have to go over all that with you in person.
Gotcha.
He says that he doesn't like to handle business over the phone or over the internet. He likes to do it mano a mano, one-on-one.
Right. Gotcha. I'll just relax and sleep through the thing to ignore the motion sickness.
All right, you do that as you drift off. Where are you sleeping at?
On one of the couches, if possible, like one of the benches. I don't know how to call them. The seats.
So there's a couple of like regular, just like normal first class plane seats, and then you're right, there are like a couple of like long bench couches mounted to the floor. They're not like luxurious hotel couches or anything. They do have to meet regulation, but they're as comfortable as a mounted couch can be. You do find some comfort in it. The flight is rather smooth as you do kind of drift off grappily.
All right.
So, what do you guys think? Having just a day of relaxing before we get to the real job. You know, there's probably like a really nice seaside resort near the French Riviera we could go to.
I would love to, but I have to contact my brother. He said something. I don't want to share too much, but he said, well, I might as well just share it because you guys might as well know. I don't like hiding things from you guys. Something's up with my dad in Paris. Like, I haven't heard from my dad in years. It's just been me. So I gotta contact my brother and see if there's anything to go on with that. And you see Icarus walk up to Nana and then tap her on the shoulder like, hey, I got you some seltzer water and some crackers to help with your motion sickness.
Yes, she's asleep. Oh yeah, definitely asleep.
Goodness. I'll just place these here then.
I mean, yeah, you could probably invite your brother too. He'll meet us at the beach resort.
I have no clue where he is.
He will find you.
Probably. Anyway.
The room by Huntsman.
Hmm?
By Huntsman.
Is there room by Huntsman, you ask? Yes, there is. There is a co-pilot seat.
March is gonna take her computer and go to sit up in the co-pilot seat.
You make your way north along the body of the plane. The fuselage, for anyone who would be, all you would-be pilots out there who are yelling at me on the stream right now. You make your way up the fuselage and into the cockpit where you find your comfy little seat next to Huntsman. He is paying attention to dials and knobs, things that are foreign to you. He looks over at you and he says, yeah, what's bothering you?
Call the cockpit.
Need a quiet place to work.
All right. You can sit here for a while. I won't bother you.
Huntsman, how good are you at taking information while you're flying one of these things?
I used to be in the military, honey. I can remember anything. What you got for me?
Well, Wolf and I are expecting.
He starts laughing. Oh, you're serious.
Very.
Oh, there goes my job. I guess I should start looking to retirement.
Same thing.
Well, I make a pretty good godfather. I got 5 kids of my own. 3 girls and 2 boys.
How do you do it?
They're grown now. Out living their best life. But, it ain't easy, I'll tell you that. One minute you're scared and you don't know what to do, and the next minute they pop out and it just comes to you like instinct. It'll come to you. You'll get it. Can't be that hard. I mean, we're all alive today. Our parents had their first time whenever they had us. I guess it's just one of those things like riding a bike. You figure it out, or you don't.
Yeah. My family had me in the safe zones, though, so.
Don't worry there, hon. I'll get you back to the States if anything starts going awry. You gotta keep the little wolf pup and he pokes your belly safe.
Well, I'm gonna tuck into work before we land.
It'll be a while. Make sure you catch you a nice little rest.
Especially since we don't know how much of that we're gonna get once we land.
He'll lean in real seriously. Paris is a city much like Night City, but problems aren't often answered with lead. They're answered with shadows and a knife in the back. Remember that.
guess it's a good thing that Wolf got me this new jacket.
Oh, can't remember the last time he bought me a new jacket. He must like you.
Don't get too jealous.
Last time he bought me anything was 5 Christmases ago. He got me that railgun. Priscilla. You know, I named her after my ex-wife.
There's a joke somewhere in that.
Yeah. Kind of like my ex-wife. She's got a cold heart and spits fire, but she keeps me safe. Kept me safe. Oh, rest her soul.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. It happens when you live in the combat zone. You never know what you're gonna come home to. Might come home to some chili mac. Might come home to your whole house on fire. Them's the dice. Goes back to his knob.
Them's the dice.
You make your way out of the cockpit.
March is gonna work up there on her.
Oh, you're gonna stay in the cockpit and keep
Gonna
working.
stay in the cockpit and work up there. She's just gonna be researching a bit about this Psycho Club.
You do that, as I'm gonna have you roll me a criminology check and then a deduction check to see what you find based on your criminology roll. Now roll me a deduction. You can deduce that without a doubt, the club does have a website and you know the hours of operation.
That was for viewers. That was a 1 with a -8. So a -1 total.
Alrighty, you continue working. Nana is fast asleep. And that leaves Hardtop listening
Yeah,
to
we can
Nana
hear you.
snore on the couch.
I'd say for Kronos, I'm going to be working as well. You see me bring up a heavily armored looking suitcase and open it with, it's got biosecurity and it's got we've got the regular stuff, laptops, some papers, a gun holster, and yeah, I'm gonna search through if there's any news and any corporate espionage going on in Paris or anything else that I might need to know with any of the other corpo companies.
Your secure line with Militech does tell you that there is some moving abouts of things with Arasaka and Biotechnica, but they are not entirely sure what said moving abouts are. You're not sure if this information is redacted because it doesn't exist or if it's above your pay grade.
My boss is always putting up the walls. Doesn't trust me enough. I really need that fucking raise.
What do I will do? I'm gonna probably chat with the sister in my brain.
You
Honey.
you fire up your little sister AI as your humble little anime schoolgirl pops into your mind. She is sitting on the bed, or sitting on the couch rather, poking at Nana, making faces. Yes.
Just checking up on you. How you doing? After all, you're still inside my brain, and we are kind of a roommates.
We're together forever, Hardtop.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Could you ask your favor to run some diagnostics on me? Because I'm not really patient to wait for the military to do it.
Sure. What do you want to know about yourself?
If I'm fine, a hopefully I'm not, I don't know, there's any kind of a problem I need to fix so it doesn't hinder my abilities in combat, you know, so I can deliver as much bloodshed for you as possible.
Scanning. And you see all of these blitz and chips and everything going across your screen. She goes, "You seem pretty good. Your emotional inhibitor is turned on, though. I could turn that off for you."
Fine. No need.
Yeah, sure. It'll be fun. You could
That'll-
certainly survive the fall from this height.
Good lord.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, I'm not worried about myself. I can never have to worry about the rest.
You see my bodyguard Dante just looking through the plane, make sure there's enough parachutes.
Lined across the wall, there are several parachutes. There are more than enough for you and your crew should something happen. Kronos,
Yes.
you're gonna get a message. It's gonna pop into your little briefcase laptop. I am going to send it to you privately.
Right now, what do they want?
How long is this flight gonna be?
The message pops up on your screen on top of all of the other windows. The source is anonymous.
I look through it and you see me start getting a little angry. Frank, can't this? God damn it! Can't he just stop looking after me? I'm not a freaking child. God damn it! Better not be him.
You're not too sure who it could be. It could be anyone. With that, I believe you have all done anything that you want to do before we segue.
I'm good.
The plane ride goes on for a while. You're all finding things to pass the time, be it polishing your weapons or double checking your chrome, taking a nap. Doing some research. Oh goodness. No, you're gonna awaken to some rustling and some bumping, like directly underneath you.
What's going on? I just wipe my face. Kinda smear some of my makeup without wanting to, but just as a reflex.
The bumping gets more vigorous.
Dude, what is that? Gonna try and look around, see what's going on.
The couch seat up underneath you seems to be bumping and thumping, almost as if it's trying to open.
I'll just sit on it and like hold myself down on the thing. I'm gonna whisper. Red.
The bumping stops.
I won't tell anyone. Just be discreet. Don't get up right now. Jeez.
You hear a very faint tap back to you.
All right. I'll just
Question.
scooch over just in case she needs actual air to breathe. Do I see like the thing like open slightly and I see her inside?
You crack it. If you're gonna crack it open, I'll have everyone else give me a perception check.
Just
See
a
if they know.
tiny, like I'm not cracking it open. I'm trying to look at the bench I was on because I scooted over and to see if she like opens it ever so slightly to get some air, like a kid playing the DS under a blanket, like trying to get fresh air.
Yeah. You
The good old
you
days.
do. You see, because you know what you're looking for.
Mm.
You see the very, very slightest crack as the cushion of the seat lifts up off of the block that is bolted into the ground. And you see a very distinct set of rosy pink lips stick out. And it goes back in.
Oh, great. You got a passenger over there?
Did he see it?
You move around a lot. You're right.
Yeah, do we
yeah,
hear the
Everyone can give me perception
Yeah.
checks, and you can give me a bonus if you have augmented hearing.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. Amplified.
Jesus Christ.
36, that's good.
At 17,
That's normal.
17, 13, and 36. For all the people watching.
All right. So, I got one more roll coming in. Two more rolls coming in. Oh, there we go.
And 28. And... and 26. Your luck is spent for today, I think.
So, everyone, including the bodyguards, except for Kronos. Kronos is not going to notice this. Everyone is going to hear the gasp for air, and they're going to see the set of lips kind of poke out of a couch and then go back in real quick. Right underneath where Nana's sitting.
I'd say my bodyguards just jump up and bring out their guns, trying to wary of what it might be, like a threat.
I'll just slide over back on top of the of where she is and go back to bed. Go back to sleep.
You do that.
Just lay back down.
You lay back down. There's no more thumping to be heard.
I swear if I hear her snoring again, I will put a pillow over her head.
Don't do
Fuck
that.
you. Why not?
As I said so, that's why.
I guess I'm gonna do that.
Don't fucking do it.
Make her stop snoring. Right as
I will make sure your legs can't move. I will lock up your legs. Don't test me.
Are you
Alright.
sure you can do that?
Don't you, dude? I don't have patience. To
Nana
threat
is
or
just
anything.
snoring.
Yeah, the bodyguards just hear the intense snoring and just calm down. Ah, it's just her sleeping.
Can I throw my jacket over Nana? See if that stops the snoring.
Muffles.
It's worse.
Was it worse?
Huntsman
Just-
comes on the intercom, and he shouts back to all of you, "We're gonna be landing soon. Check your chrome, check your iron. Make sure you're loaded. Make sure you're loaded to go, good and ready. No turning back."
Wait.
Oh, Huntsman, I didn't get to ask. Is my bike below deck at all?
It's in the gift-wrapped box in the cargo hold.
Oh my god, I love you guys.
Alrighty. The plane is beginning its descent, as you do all ready yourselves.
Nice.
It breaks through the skyline as you do see the majestic city of Paris. It's quite breathtaking, actually. It is nearly triple in size of Night City. Giant mega structures, bullet trains, megacorpo towers litter the city skyline, only to be dwarfed by the Eiffel Tower with a neon blue glow that seems to be humming in unison with the lights around it. It is evening time. You do all begin to come down into the Charles de Gaulle Airport. Huntsman alerts you all to hang on as the plane does touch down with the ground. It's a little bumpy. It's a little rough, but it does land on a private little strip. You're not in any actual dock of the airport. You're a little ways away as the side of the door opens and the stairs come down from the plane, allowing you all to leave.
I'd like before my leave, I would like to leave a present of my own. I'd like to damage their leather as much as possible with the money.
Hardtop, could you not?
No.
Hardtop, you rip the arm off of the leather chair that you were sitting in, and little sister laughs.
Mr. Kronos, you all can pay for this.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna blame this on you. He's your man.
Oh, no, you all are borrowing my husband's jet, so your company can pay for it since we're going on your mission.
She
Oh,
has
so
a
it's not
point.
free. Oh, I see.
She has a point.
Oh, we were friends.
The seat of the bench pops open as Little Red hops out and says, "Ooh, I'm telling.
What the fuck?
Unless you can tell on me.
Oh my god.
Do it. Tell him.
I got the cheese on you now.
Do it. Tell him. I dare you.
You don't have any cheese.
I have the cheese on you.
Oh my god.
She tore up the chair.
Okay.
You snitch on me and I'll snitch on you."
Alright. No snitching anywhere, please.
We'll send an invoice to Militech.
He looks at you all and she looks at you, Nana, and holds up a pinky.
We're not doing this.
Come on.
Pinky promise. I grit my teeth.
Pinky promise. She jumps up and down.
Alright.
Now then, I just need to grab my things as she reaches into the little couch cupboard that she was in and pulls out this LMG and throws it over her shoulder. It's the size of her. And now I need my other one, and she grabs another one the same size and throws it over in a cross formation, crisscrossing each other. And now I just need this, and she grabs her grenade belt, latches it over her chest.
Okay. Hey, lady. No. Mm-mm.
It's just self-defense.
No.
March. March
Well,
looks
there'll be
at
a lot of self-defense.
March looks at Little Red and is like, "I thought you were supposed to be joining Wolf on the next leg of the mission."
Oh, that old man is so boring. I wanted to come with you guys. You guys are cool. He's all about planning and logistics and numbers, and you guys, oh, I haven't felt this alive in about 20 years.
There was a
Yeah.
lab in Miami that he needed your assistance with.
Oh, no, I know about that, big sister. But I happen to know that the big boss is here. And I've got a few choice words with Mr. Hugo.
Actually, Red, this mission was probably going to be pretty much something the same. I think you were better off with Wolf. Though, now that I say that, it never really goes out the way we planned it, does it? We always end up killing people.
I mean,
Yeah, sure, what the hell, come along.
if
Yay! And she runs past down the stairs.
okay.
I'll start unpacking our gear on the plane with Huntsman's help, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Huntsman leaves the cockpit and he looks at you all. He says, "Did you hear something?" I swear I heard something. Is that your gun talking again, March?
It isn't.
He just slaps his head.
You
My
know
God.
what it is.
He leaves the plane and walks past you all. You guys, for like about 2 minutes, it's silence, and then all of a sudden it's like cartoon noises of like bonks and bashes and like clatters and let me go, as Huntsman's making his way back up the stairs and he's like holding her like a briefcase. And he comes back in and he puts her in the cockpit and he lashes the seatbelt over and looks at her and says, "No." And she goes to open her mouth again and he goes, "No." And then she goes to open her mouth one more time and he flicks her on the forehead and she starts to tear up and he walks away. All right, let's go get this unloaded.
Sorry, Red.
Sorry.
I, March moves over when everyone leaves the plane to just talk to Red and be like, I need you to keep him safe.
He's plenty safe. He's the boss man.
Red, he's about to be a dad. I need you to keep him safe.
Since you asked, I guess. Fine. I'll go back. But she looks at you. And she puts her head down and she parts her bob cut on the top of her head. And you see a very visible scar right down the center of her skull. And she says, I want you to put one just like this on that bastard's head.
Happens.
She turns around and she just kind of sits patiently in the chair, staring ahead, knowing that she's been outsmarted and beaten. Huntsman makes his way down the stairs of the plane, hits a button on a remote. The cargo hold opens up. All of your belongings, your clothing and whatnot, your guns, everything's stored in secured suitcases. A small ramp begins to extend outward, carrying on it a very large crate. It is a wooden crate with a crowbar sitting on a small rack on the side of it. It has a very large red bow on it and a card that reads, "To Icarus from Wolf. Don't wreck this one."
Oh, that's nice of him.
I'm open the crate with my arms.
Just your arms, no crowbar?
Don't need it.
Alrighty. Give me an athletics.
We have to?
Yes.
Gorilla arms.
Yep, still gonna make the check.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Don't question.
I ain't questioning.
Roll your dice.
I rolled my
No.
dice.
Never question the DM. He's gonna always fuck us over
Yeah.
if we do.
Good point, good point, good point.
It's funny when you roll a 1.
Always.
Alrighty. So, with a 19, your gorilla arms force their way into the wood, splintering it on the corners. You pry the wall off to see a very, very hot hyper blue bike. It's none other than a Yaiba Kusanagi CT3X in mint condition. On the side of it is an orchid logo.
Oh,
Shit.
nice.
No, it's my old fucking bike, but better.
Mm-hmm.
Can I start it up and rev it a bit?
You can. You crawl onto the bike and you start it up. You notice that it has been heavily modified as the engine roars to life and the exhaust bangs and crackles rapidly like a machine gun.
They touched you up a bit, didn't they?
You feel like this it borderlines too much bike for you. Like borderlines it. It's like just the right amount of too much. But as you rev that up, everyone is going to get a message on their heads-up display. The source is anonymous. The photograph that you normally would see of the sender during a text message. It was just a black silhouette. The message reads to each and every one of you. It says, "Welcome to the true land of the free edge runners."
I wonder who sent it.
The fucking president or something. Do they have presidents here?
Be
I
able
mean,
to
who
look up,
doesn't?
like, if
Mm.
there's some anonymous group in Paris that may have sent this.
Yeah, you can use your media skills to do that.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll your media skill, your roll, your credibility. Sorry.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
With a 19, your connections and your ins and outs with the cyber world tells you that there are a lot of shadowy espionage corporations here. It could be any number of them. There's just too many to tell. Like it's hard to pinpoint any of them. That's how many there are. But no doubt about it, whoever did send it to you is being quite secretive.
And sending anything back to them?
You can reply back. Whether or not they answer is up to them.
I think that March would want to send back a message that just says, "Greetings from Wonderland and Night City. Thank you for the welcome."
Alrighty. The message is sent off. Should you get a response, I'll let you know. Huntsman looks at you all, and he says, "Well, the doc's on the bike. Wolf has been gracious to supply you all with a nice little van. It's not luxurious, it's not an Aerodyne, but it's low-key. It's good for the occasion." He throws the keys over to you, Nana.
This is everything but low key.
He
Shit.
tosses the keys over to you, as you grab it.
Thanks.
You'll hit the little button on the clicky, and not too far away, not but maybe like a little 2-minute walk up the runway, you'll see a nice little, discreet, just inconspicuous white van, with a couple of like little business logos on there. There's like a little plumbing symbol on there with like some letters and some symbols and numbers. It's just like a nondescript van.
Okay.
It does blink as the doors unlock.
Okay. Well, that's good, folks. Let's go.
Where are we headed?
Fine.
I don't know exactly. I think we should get a word from Wolf back.
Yo, March, could
Anytime.
you text your husband?
Sorry, what was that?
Text your husband where we gotta go. Is there like a place we can rest? An apartment for us, something?
I look at Huntsman. Did Wolf say anything about accommodations?
He did say that there was a hotel you could check into. Let me check my roster real quick. As he begins looking through his notes, you do receive a little message back from the person that you sent the message to. It is simply a winky face emoji.
Marge, just to be like cute, sends a winking kiss emoji.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. All
Being
right.
cute with the dangerous hacker group from France.
Casually.
So kawaii.
Right. Meanwhile, in some tower across the city, What did she mean by that? Is she onto us? What's going on?
Yeah.
We're made.
Oh my
Alrighty.
god.
You all do load into the van. Huntsman comes over and he says, I'm going to take the jet back to Wolf and I'm going to take the stowaway back home. The hotel you're going to be going to is the St. James of Paris. It's a rather ritzy place, 5 stars. Wolf has afforded you a week there, but after that you're going to be on your own. I'm sure that you can find a good place by then. Looks here you're going to be meeting up with some lady named... how do you read this? He's looking at it and it's like... It's written... does anyone here understand French? Like, any of your characters natively?
March
No.
doesn't, but she's got her computer with the translator.
Icarus knows a bit of French.
Icarus, you give me a perception check before I'll let... I'll see if you fail miserably, and then I'll let March, like, just humiliate you with the translator.
Thanks. It's not horrible.
With a 16, you do make out Eurobank, and you do make out the name Blanche Verneuil.
I'll give that to the team. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me, but all right.
Well,
Lunch?
Huntsman says, I gotta go get the stowaway back. Where she figures out how to work the seatbelt.
Oh, wait.
March pats his arm and is just like, thank you for getting us here and keep him safe.
Not a problem. I'll make sure he's in one piece when you get back.
I don't understand. Are we supposed to meet with that person? I don't know how you pronounced it, man. Sounded like yogurt.
That all sounds like yogurt here.
Yeah, whatever.
Weird commie bastards. I'm going back to the land of the free. Back
All
where
right,
they
take care, buddy.
Back where they
Yes,
measure things in inches. What the fuck is a kilogram? As he goes back to the plane.
Huntsman, is there no safe spots you know of around here?
Nope. Only been here once and I'm extremely wanted. Have a good one.
What?
Safe trip home.
Good to know.
All right, well, let's get going, folks, shall we?
He flies here. What do you mean he's extremely wanted?
As the ramp to the jet closes, you do see Interpol flying from the airport towards the jet.
Oh my god.
You all get the feeling that that's your cue to step on the gas.
All right.
Officer, he's making a run for it.
I'm assuming I'm driving.
Yeah, you were given the keys.
All right. Driver.
Right, I'm gonna need a vehicle handling check from you, Nana, and no
Yep,
fresh
yep,
air
yep,
this
yep,
time.
Hmm?
The child locks are on.
What's your vehicle handling?
Not good, but I have the keys.
Okay. No. March is like, no, it's fine. I can drive. It's fine.
She presses on the gas, but truly it's just the brake pedal, and so the car goes nowhere.
Do you need any help, Nana?
I don't.
Hanging on for dear life.
The
You
car's
start
broken,
the
I think.
car, You start the car, and you step on the gas, and the car kind of... You step on the brakes, and the car kind of like jerks forward just a bit, and then it dies because it's a manual, and your foot clutch.
What the fuck is this thing in the middle?
March.
It's like
puts it in park.
there's a fork
March
shape.
moves it in park.
Oh my god.
So that's all three, and we'll take a screenshot.
Hey, Mark, you want to drive, or do you want one of my guys to drive?
13.
Try. Maybe I should try.
I have a 13 to land vehicles. I don't know what everyone else is at.
15.
Alright, I'll give the seat to March, I guess.
I don't think I can even fit into the driver's seat in the first
No.
place.
And
You
you're
look
not-
like Donkey Kong in Mario Kart, just squeezing into a miniature thing.
Yeah.
I think I
Yes.
should just stride outside the car.
You're like Adam Smasher in a Formula One car right now.
Hell yeah.
March just like squeezes herself into the driver's seat and it's like, I've got this.
Alrighty, give me that drive land vehicle check there, my chair.
Oh,
It's better.
Better.
It is better.
It is better, but the ones tell a story.
Oh my god.
Congrats, you money shifted.
That's 13 for our viewers.
As you as you remember vaguely of that one time you were shown how to drive a manual, you press on the clutch and you slam on the gas at the same time, and the engine revs up really high, and then you take your foot off of the clutch while still slamming on the gas. The car takes off, but you hear a very distinct clang. Butcher, as you're on your bike, you see sparks come out of the transmission.
Oh no.
They just blew a gear in the car.
Oh.
The car no longer has first gear.
My heart hurts.
Oh my god.
maybe I should.
March.
Make a little.
Get going.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna follow the directions to the ritzy hotel that we heard.
Alrighty. As you guys are stalling out this car so much, one of the Interpol cars pull up.
Oh,
An officer gets out. A well-dressed man with a mustache and his hair combed to the side. He takes his glasses off and walks up to the window and he says, "What is all of this?"
Oh, hi there. March pulls out her press pass.
He
it's a TSA.
he takes a look at the press pass and then he like looks into the car and he sees like a cyborg and like a bunch of heavily armed edge runners, and then he looks back at you and he looks at the press pass and he goes, "What is your business in Paris?"
Oh, I'm gonna be running a new blog on edge runners and afraid of entering into combat zones, so I brought some assistance.
Give me an acting check.
Nice.
With a 23, he looks at it. And he flips it over. He says, I see a private jet. No, you come from that one?"
Oh, no, we came from an adjacent one, but we were checking out some of the airfields here.
Yeah, Terminal 2.
Give me another acting, but this time with a +1 because Nana chimed in.
Nice.
Same.
With a 24, he nods. He hands your press pass back to you and he says, "Welcome to Paris. My name is Investigator Jean, and before I go, I need to see your passports."
Yeah, passport.
I am just kidding. Passports, those went out of style 2045.
Yeah,
be-
yeah, biometrics. Yeah, yeah.
He makes his way back into the Interpol car, and it pulls off as you're sitting there with a van with no first gear.
Well,
Poor van.
Oh man.
Can you look?
Behind you,
Yeah.
behind you, the Interpol car's sirens are going ablaze as as a feature on the jet, the legs snap up, and as the jet is falling, like free falling down, the like 15 feet that it's hoisted up in the air, the hover rotors kick in, and it takes off from a standstill.
Wow. All right.
We gotta get one of those.
You not too long after that, maybe 60 seconds after Huntsman and the jet takes off, you see a squadron of fighters take off after it.
Well, wish them good luck.
All right. Let's get going. March. Come on, girl.
March, if you want to try again, you can roll me a drive land vehicle, but this time it's going to be -2 because you don't have first gear.
Can I assist her in some way?
Fucking lock and shifting to second gear.
I'll say that you can verbally assist her. You can take one of those negatives off, so she'll be at a -1, but you can't actually physically fit in the driver's seat.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I will give you
Wait.
guys something to do.
But I would-
Drive.
I would
I'm gonna use
like you
two
to
left.
verbally. I would like you to verbally explain to her how to drive a manual.
God damn it. So I did myself, so I don't know.
Can I burn 2 of my luck?
What you can.
You absolutely can.
Oh yeah.
That's what the luck for. But I will use it actually.
Can you explain the luck mechanic for the people who might not know what this is, because there's no D&D equivalent?
Absolutely. So, luck is a lot like inspiration. For those of you who know, inspiration is something in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons that is granted to you per table base. Some DMs give you a free one, other ones grant it to you for having a good moment or a discovery or doing something kind of cool. Or exploring something amazing. Luck in Cyberpunk functions a lot of the same way. It doesn't necessarily give you a reroll. Your character does have a set luck stat that you can increase or decrease alongside your other stats. That luck can be added to a roll. Much like a bonus from 5th edition, you do have to state that you're adding it to the roll before you make it. So let's say that March Hare has a luck of 6. She can burn all 6 of those luck points to add to any one roll or several rolls, split evenly across the board. Whenever that luck runs out to 0, she has no more luck for the remainder of the session, but when the edge runners do come back the following session, their luck points are restored to their maximum.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. As I was saying, with a 19 +2 -1, so with a 21, you're gonna like kind of get it. You're gonna have to take off in second gear, so you're gonna just be going like achingly slow for the first like 20 seconds as the car builds up enough RPMs and speed to shift into third. But you do finally get it. I suspect somewhere like very hidden, very discreetly, like on your heads-up display, there's like a very small YouTube video explaining how to drive manual, and you're just listening to that as you're driving it. But the van does pick up speed, and you do take off down the runway before you find a small service road, and you do make your way to the highway. You begin driving along the highway, seeing the city lights, seeing the Eiffel Tower, seeing the sights. It's a little confusing to you. You get honked at a few times because people drive on the other side of the road, and you were driving on the right side of the road. But you quickly correct yourself, and you blend in seamlessly. Making your way down, you do pop in the GPS on your agent, the location of the hotel. It takes about 20 minutes with traffic to get there. Pulling up in front of the hotel, you see this very large, lavish purple fountain spewing water from what seems to be little cherubs and angels. The water is illuminated and spraying in alternating patterns. Large neon lights and holographic lights adorn the sides of the building. The St. James of Paris Outside are ushers and valet, waiting on people, taking their luggage, taking their vehicles from them, ushering them into the doors and welcoming them. The large alabaster walls adorned with gold filigree on the doors, revolving, allowing people to come in and out. It's a pretty busy place. The streets are busy as well. As you pull up to the valet park, the van just kind of like sputtering and clanking as it's like struggling to get there, as the gearbox has been all but just eaten apart. The valet comes down and looks at you march, speaking in French. But as you kind of look at him confused, he quickly corrects himself and begins speaking in English. He says, reservations?
Mark, I think we had the reservation.
March had to step away for a kid.
Who's here? Yes, we had reservations.
Oui. I will valet your vehicle, yes? He says that strangely, looking at your car that's like smoldering underneath. Go ahead.
Just like hold the keys out to him.
He nods and he takes it. He goes around the back and he opens the door. Some French profanities come out as he nearly falls back on his backside, seeing the 8-foot-tall cyborg, along with a bunch of heavily armed edge runners, as he just kind of backs up and straightens his coat and clears his throat and walks up as a professional and offers to take all of your bags.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Yeah,
Have you seen we're looking for a lady. Is that what we're looking for? Or are we looking for something else? A lady with a yogurt name? I don't know. This can I show like the name?
He looks at you utterly confused. There are many ladies here in Paris. A lady of the night, a lady of the
No, with this name. Yeah, you're from the hotel, right? Is she here?
I would assume you wrote it down.
Yeah, I show him. I'm showing him.
He looks at it and he goes, yes, Miss Verneuil. She is staying up in the presidential suite. I can put a phone call in and let her know you're here if you just give me your names.
Are we meeting with the fucking president? I say to my friends.
Who knows?
With a great suit, apparently.
Hope we kill one day.
What? Okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, can we get there? Should we get there, folks?
Sure.
Alright.
If someone's already waiting for us, might as well check them out.
I mean, we gotta see the yogurt lady, yeah?
Better freshen up before we go. March is just gonna step away for a minute to use the restroom and powder her nose.
I'll go with her as well. My makeup is smeared from earlier.
Oh, the
Alrighty.
puke.
The two ladies make their way inside to go find a restroom to freshen up. The ushers take all of your bags and make their way inside, putting them on the dollies and escorting you into the doors as the valet gets into the car and like creeps ever so slowly at like 2 miles an hour because there's no first gear.
Are the valets? They're trying to take all our luggage, right?
Yeah, they unload everything for you.
Okay.
No expense spared.
I
You
say,
enter... Go ahead.
if one of them tries to come near my suitcase that I'm holding,
I get really hostile. Let's say I take out my gun and point it at him. It's like, you touch that, you lose that arm.
Well, mister, we just work here. No need for violence. He's like holding his hands up, like obviously concerned. As you pull your pistol out, several citizens and onlookers are just like staring at you in like shock and disgust.
Oh, Americans.
Sorry, folks, just a security problem here. And I hold my weapon back. Don't worry, it's okay. You're just doing your job. And I fix up his little bellboy suit or wherever. And here's a tip, and I send them some eddies.
Lou, our resident French woman, verbally speak for me what a disgusted French person would say seeing an American doing something very American.
I would say something like that. Profanity warning for all 0 French people watching this. I would say like something like that. Encore ces putains d'Américains peuvent pas retourner chez eux là. Paris, c'est la ville du style. Something that goes along the lines of, can those fucking Americans go back where they came from? This is Paris, the city of style. Jesus.
None of you understood a word of that, but the language of disgust knows no bounds, as you can just see the looks on their face. You quickly holster your gun, and the usher does not touch that suitcase for the remainder of the night.
All right.
All of your bags are ushered in as you go through the revolving doors into the gold halls, the very large hotel lobby. Candelabras and chandeliers from centuries past still light the halls of this grandiose 5-star hotel. It's not like the ones that you see in Night City that you're accustomed to, that are futuristic, high-tech, hollow lights everywhere, advertisements everywhere. No, this is a lot more sophisticated. It seems like this place has been untouched by time, untouched by cyberware, untouched by hardware. It looks like something that you would read in a history book as you all make your way to the front desk lobby. Who will be approaching and receiving the room key?
Me and March are not there, so.
I'll take the room key.
All right, Mr. Kronos. You make your way up to the front desk. The young lady greets you, her black hair pulled back into a professional ponytail with her pantsuit on. She is well put together. Her earrings kind of glisten in the natural light of the place. She greets you. Monsieur Quilos, is that you?
Yes, that's me. There's a room for us, I believe.
I see. You are in the VIP suite, 136. She points your direction to the elevator. The elevator is past a very large bar. You see several sophisticated people sitting there, dressed in suit and dresses, sipping on their champagnes, having a very nice, quiet evening. You take the key card. The ushers follow you. You make your way to the hotel elevator. Getting inside, you make your way up, and you are ushered down a very extravagant hallway with marble tiles on the floor, very decorative walls, paintings, candles, natural lighting all upon it. It's like you've walked into a castle from a fairy tale. Before you're brought to 2 very large wooden doors, the VIP suite. I'd like you all to give me a perception check.
Well, Black?
Everyone that's there, you can choose to be back if you want to, because you guys just went to the bathroom.
Sure. Okay. Let's do that.
I'm assuming.
It's not my business how much time a lady spends in the bathroom.
There we go.
lot of rolls, a lot of rolls.
Dude, your bodyguard's always the goats, man.
I know, right? Bodyguards are better than you guys. Jeez.
Well, they're bodyguards. They kind of have to be. Also, yeah, hard time.
That is, for people watching us, that is 29, 22, 12, 24, 19, 26, 21. For a perception check.
Hello.
As you all look at the hotel door, near the very top of the handle, you can see a very small wolf's head carved into the wood.
This guy is so
What?
extra.
He is. The ushers open the door for you. They wheel in all of your baggage. They get everything set up on the dressers and the luggage holsters for you. They wheel the dolly out and make their way out before one of the men lags behind and looks at you, Kronos. He holds his hand out.
And you are?
That's
he
funny.
just kind of looks at his hand.
I just keep staring at him.
Do you
Nice.
room service fee? Come on, man.
Nice of him if you like.
You're so stingy.
Icarus shoots zipping him a few hundred eddies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You hit him over to him and he gives you a thumbs up before giving you a bow. Closes the door behind you. You are all in a very, very nice VIP suite. As you walk into the main door, there's a large living area. Just past the living area is a very large television screen on the wall. To either side of the television screen are windows looking out upon the city of Paris. You have a very nice view of the Eiffel Tower as well as the mega buildings standing near it. Underneath the television is a small kitchenette with a bar just in front of it, dividing that kitchenette and the living area. On either side of the living area, you see 4 doors, 2 on either side. Each one is labeled with a small bed. You suspect these to be 4 bedrooms. It looks like a couple of you may have to bunk with one another, or someone might have to sleep on the couch. The living area has very lovely plush white flooring. 2 couches on either side of a very large, lavish glass table. Champagne has already been set out for you in a bucket of ice with several cups turned upside down. It has all the amenities and then some that you could think of. Off to the side, next to one of the windows, you see a very large hot tub built into the floor of this room. A door next to the right northmost bedroom has a small symbol of a toilet on it. I will leave you all to a little bit of roleplay to talk to one another as you have officially arrived in Paris.
We're supposed to meet this yogurt lady, right? I mean, the champagne is great, but I'd like to get that out of the way before we do anything.
Agreed. I don't want to have to sleep here just to meet the lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's go do that first.
Yeah. We're meeting the president.
Is it the president?
Well, someone said that she was wearing a presidential suit, so I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, I could very
If they said
also
this
as
was
well.
the presidential suite.
No, I'm pretty sure he said presidential suit.
Suit, sweet, whatever. We'll figure out what she is.
I want to see that suit.
Sounds like a nice suit. Let's get going.
Going where?
With the presidential
Go
suit.
down.
Go see
get
the
marched.
presidential suit that she's wearing.
Just
Who had the
before we go-
contact for?
Before we go down, can I look up the Eurobank and Blanche Verneuil to see if there's any information I can find?
You can. Give me a criminology and deduction.
Criminology. Ooh.
That's a 12 on criminology. And a 21 on deduction. From a surface view, you're able to see that Miss Blanche is a very prominent businesswoman with the Eurobanks. She holds very high status with the Eurobank, in particular, her employer, as well as several different affiliations to the company. She is held in very high regard in the city of Paris. She has several great reviews from different employers from her past. She seems like a pretty stand-up woman.
Relay that to the team.
Ah, she
Also,
does.
she was a president.
Right, she does stand up. That's great.
President of a company, maybe?
I don't know. Should we?
Would y'all be okay? Would y'all be okay with me doing the talking with her? I don't
Sure.
know if you guys.
Sure. I mean, you're business guy. She's business.
Do your business
Go.
jargon.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
You can do.
Cool.
You can do it.
Alright.
We should really get going so we can enjoy the champagne later.
Yeah, a hot tub looks nice.
Oh yeah, I got a speedo ready for that.
What?
Speedo.
What?
All right,
I wouldn't
let's
even know.
let's go.
Alright. Where are you going?
To go see her.
I believe it was in the hotel, right?
Great. You exit the room and you wander around aimlessly before returning to the room to realize you don't actually know where the presidential suite is.
Well, we'll ring
Oh.
someone.
All right.
Room service.
You pick up the phone and you ring the front desk. Front desk? Oui?
Yes,
Presidential.
Yes,
Nice
that's
business.
potential suite.
Which one?
The one with the yogurt lady. Kronos, tell them.
Okay, not everyone talk at the same time. Yes, we would like to know where the presidential suite you have. I believe we have a meeting there.
Yes, we have 3 presidential suites. Which one are you looking for?
All right, march to the list. We would be a prominent figure with the Eurobanks, I believe.
Sir?
For
Unless you have a
Miss
name.
Blanche Verneuil.
Yes, Blanche Verneuil.
After a little bit of confusion, you do get the name out. Miss Verneuil, yes. I will connect you with it now. The phone connects through. It rings and it rings before a voice picks up. Lou, give me your best French businesswoman phone answering technique, if you would.
Oui, allô? Blanche à l'appareil.
Hello.
Hello.
Is this?
Oh, English.
Yes. Sorry about that. Yes. Is this the room for Miss Blanche?
You're speaking to her?
Oh yes. This is Mr. Quintanar from Militech. Me and my
Ah.
associate Edge Runners are here to meet
I
you.
know who you are. Americans.
Yes, Americans.
Come to my suite. The second one, presidential.
Right away. I hang up. Okay, I don't think she's gonna be happy to meet us, but here's to. Hopefully it goes well.
Alrighty. Everyone, I assume everyone. Is everyone going?
Yep.
I'm gonna walk ahead. They're gonna be my posse.
She's gonna go, but she's gonna bring the bottle of champagne along.
Should I leave
Yes.
the box in the hotel room?
What did you say, Chris? I didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I'm away from my mic. Should I leave a boss in the hotel room? I'm asking like you guys.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think we need him. You can leave him here.
All right, boss. Check out the rooms, make sure they're nice and clean.
Abbas beeps and whirs, and almost like clockworks, goes into a dock, almost as if it has been in this room before. You all make your way out of the room, not before Marchair grabs the bottle of champagne. You make your way back to the elevator that brought you to the level that you're on. You hit the button for the 5th floor, the top floor. The elevator hums, bringing you upward. As you reach this floor, the door opens, and it is far more extravagant than the floor you were on. This almost looks like a castle within a castle. There are only 3 doors. There is one ahead of you, there is one to the far end of the hall to the right, and there's one to the far end of the left. You do memorize the room number that was given to you from the phone call, Kronos. As you make your way down the hall to the left, reaching the door, you look at it, and there doesn't seem to be an actual door hanger on it. Nothing to knock with, no handle. The only thing you see is a retina scanner and an intercom. Pressing on the intercom, you buzz it. The door slides open, and before you, you see a very prominent woman. Short, very well kept black hair, pale skin, a very nice white suit, extravagantly white suit, diamond handcuffs with a very, very vibrant, brilliant air and aura about her. She looks up at you, almost intimidating you. You have never seen someone with so much prominence in her stride. She looks at you and she greets you. I'm gonna let Kronos and the gang speak with our resident Lou, as she is our professional French woman, and isn't gonna butcher this character like I would with my horrible American accent. So I'll let you two converse.
Miss Blanche, I presume.
Miss Verneuil.
Oh yes. How do you pronounce that again?
Verneuil. It's not that hard.
Nay. Definitely not gonna butcher that.
Now I wonder what do Americans want with me, especially Lulu.
Oh, you know her. Oh wait, what?
Lulu, Wolf.
Wolf, right. I believe he had us meeting you here.
I understand that. I was kept mostly in the dark.
Well, why don't we, if you let us in, we could discuss this more. If that's okay with you.
You are free to enter.
As you do all oblige and enter the room, Blanche will receive a message. A very familiar voice from the wolf himself. Go easy on them, dear. They're Americans. You know we're here to get business done.
Alright.
Ooh.
Get in, have a seat. Do not touch the wine. It is for my bodyguards.
I'll have a look around and all the seats available. Like I'd rather stand.
I think you'd rather sit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The several bodyguards in the room look at you, fingers on the trigger.
Our top,
Um,
don't be rude to the nice lady. He sits. She's.
I am simply asking if she should consider having her furniture damaged.
This is not my furniture. We're in a hotel. Sit
Regardless.
down.
Fine, if something breaks, it's on your paycheck, not mine.
Right before he says, whoa, why don't you just sit on the floor just to be safe?
No.
I don't mind you breaking the furniture. My pockets are deep enough to handle that. Sit. Now.
Well, guess I'm breaking a chair.
As you all sit down, taking your seats in the many luxurious chairs in this extremely large house-sized suite, Miss Blanche takes a few steps over to a very rather large, extravagant oak desk. She sits down in a tall-backed executive chair, looks out at the window and takes a sip of her wine, and turns around and looks at you all. That is where we will end it for tonight. As you have all arrived in Paris, you had a little bumpy way getting there, what with the van and all. The plane ride had a few surprises as well, but you have successfully started your adventure in Paris. What that's going to entail, it is entirely up to you guys. You do have a few different directions you can go after. Kronos with the Militech contract after Arasaka, as well as your own personal goals of the human trafficking ring involving the Little Sister Project. But we'll find out next session. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for tuning in, all of our viewers, everyone for giving us support on our first stream night. I look forward to so many more. I adore all of you, and I'm really grateful to be a part of this and to be DMing and telling this story for you all.
Yeah, thank you.
All have a very wonderful night.
Yeah, thank you everyone as well. If you have anything that you would like to say or share about this little thing that we're doing, don't forget we have a community server you can join. Recently we've kind of expanded. You are free to host any type of games on there. So please do join that. And if you want to talk about the game itself, you are free to do so. And yeah, we'll see each other for Neon next week, same date. And that might be